Welcome. We'll be taking you to Fenway Park momentarily for Game 2 of this Cleveland Indians at Boston Red Sox series. My name is Tenacious Earl, and I am your host here for the 2008 Phillies Super Advanced Playoff series here on the Tabletop Baseball Plus channel. We appreciate you all following this series. We'll step away here for a second to take a look at where all the series stand at the moment. So these American League series have both been a little bit of blowout city, as we most recently saw the Yankees take a 2-0 series lead after sweeping the 2-game series out in Anaheim against the Angels. The Angels will need to win 3 in a row to move on to the ALCS, while in the one we're going to see here, Boston bludgeoned Cliff Lee and the Cleveland Indians in Game 1. So this should, we'll see if the Indians can even up the series. In the National League, both of those series are even at 1, as Milwaukee was not able to get a 2-0 lead after their second game against the Dodgers, while the Phillies were able to win Game 2 at Wrigley, so they tied it up versus the Cubs. They'll be going back to Citizens Bank Park. So the Indians will send Fausto Carmona to the mound to try and even this series. That'll be a tall task, as Boston will send Daisuke Matsusaka out there trying to take it to Cleveland with a 2-0 lead and really put the Indians on ice. So we'll take you right out to Fenway here in just a moment. Get ready for Game 2 of this series, Cleveland at Boston, here on the Tabletop Baseball Plus Network. So here we are with Cleveland at Boston. Ballpark, well, the weather effects for Boston. This is a night game in October, and a 1 means best conditions possible. Singles are going to be 20 and 19, and then home runs 5 and 8. 5 for lefties, 1 to 5 for lefties, 1 to 8 for righties. So for Cleveland, that's where we will start, and it will be Grady Sizemore leading off in center, Jamie Carroll second base, then Shinso Chu in right, Johnny Peralta third base, Victor Martinez first, Kelly Shopik catching, as Drupal Cabrera shortstop, Travis Hafner DH, and Ben Francisco the left fielder facing Matsusaka. So here we go, Sizemore against the righty. Both of these pitchers are righties. Lefty 4-4, fly ball to center field. Ellsbury 2-0, 2 and 3. He will get to it. Just actually, no, he will not. That will be a single, no error, but a single for Sizemore and a good start for the Indians. Sizemore will try to get a lead, and he does with a 6. So 19 plus. So -2 plus 3, so 1 to 19 is his chances of stealing, and he gets there. Slides in safely. And so Carroll with opportunity here to, he's going to try sacrificing Sizemore over, playing a little bit of small ball here, and a potential passed ball. Veritek is a 1, so no. But let's see. Got, oh, my chart just ripped. It's already fallen apart, but now it is completely in two. So, not such a great thing to have happen. I'm going to have to figure out how to fix this. So, the sacrifice, 7 is going to be good. That will be to the first baseman. So now Chu at the plate, the lefty. 2-10 against a right-hander hit by pitch. So that will set up a potential double play here. Johnny Peralta, not the fastest runner in the game. 1-8, potential home run here. He gets a piece of it. 1-11, it's gone. And it's going to hit the green monster, bounce back. That'll be a double, score 1. And let's see, and Chu, 15 runner, he's going to try to score here. So 15 was he being held? No. So it makes him 16. That is the center field. Ellsbury's a +1, 1-17. They're going to throw into third base. They will let Chu score in the 2 RBI there for Peralta, and the Indians take a 2-0 lead. So now Victor Martinez at the plate with a runner at second and a potential passed ball. Need a 1. Don't get it. So Victor Martinez batting from the left, 6'9". That's going to score another run, 1-10 double. It's an 11. That's a single 2-star. Home comes Peralta, and the Indians have cracked Matsusaka open here. So Victor Martinez doesn't have much speed, so he's not going to try running here. 3-7. That is a walk, so Matsusaka is struggling here in the first. Just wants to get 2 more outs here and get out of this inning without any further damage. So Cabrera, .48, batting from the left, a 1-2 triple chance. 1 or 2. It's a 6. That'll be a fly ball to center field, caught by, well, let's see. Hold on a second. Well, we could have actually thrown Kotze is in center. I messed up, but that makes it that make him 1-14. They're still going to let him score there anyway, so I'm not worried about it. But that's going to be out number 2. I'm talking about the double from Peralta. We allowed Chu to score without a roll, but so it'll be Hafner now with 2 outs and first and second. Lefty 6-7, another walk. It's going to load the bases. And so now the Indians have batted around, and it's going to bring up Ben Francisco with the bases loaded. Matsusaka needs an out. There's 2 outs, and the pitch, 1-7. A 1-13 would be a double. And it's a 17. That'll be a fly ball left caught by Ellsbury, which will end the inning. So 3 runs could have been worse on 1, 2, 3 hits, 2 walks. And Cleveland bats around. So now the Red Sox. First time they've been behind in this series, and it'll be Ellsbury in left leading off, then Kotze in center will be the second hitter. The third hitter, Pedroia at second base, then Ortiz DH, Euclid at first, Drew in right, Mike Lowell at third base, Jason Varitek catching, and Alex Cora at short, facing Fausto Carmona. Lefty 5-12, grounder to first, Martinez 3-18. 3-6, he gets to it, and then a 12 on an E18. Well, not a way to start for the Indians on defense. That's an E3, and Ellsbury will try to steal here. Gets a 7. That will not give him a lead. Carmona decent at holding, and Shopik with a -1. He's just going to have to sit tight for now. Kotsay at the plate. They will hit and run with him. He's going to be a B hit and run since they're holding Ellsbury. And a potential passed ball. Shopik is a 1-3. It's a 1, so a passed ball. And they'll take the hit and run off. So Kotsay. 3-10. It's a grounder to third base. Look the runner back to second. And Peralta throws to first for out number 1. It's Dustin Pedroia. Righty 5-3 fly ball to left field. That will be play for Francisco. 3-15. He gets to it. And he will make the catch out there for out number 2. And Ellsbury can't make any progress there. So David Ortiz. They're going to pitch to him. This could be a mistake, but with a 3-run lead, you can afford to make a mistake or two. Strikes him out, and that will end it. So Carmona works around Martinez's error, and we will go to the second with a 3-0 lead for the Indians. So Sizemore led off the game with a single, and he scored in the first. He gets to lead off the second inning as well. 3-9. Ballpark home run chance for a lefty, 1-5. And it is gone. The Indians take a 4-0 lead. They light up Matsusaka here the first 2 innings. And that is a shocking turn of events here. So Cleveland feeling some confidence here, and now it's going to be Jamie Carroll. Also 3-9. That's a strikeout. So 1 out. Shin-So Choo. 2-5, a strikeout. It's a 4-0, 2 outs. And now Peralta. And he strikes out. So Matsusaka strikes out the side, but add another run to the scoreboard there. And Cleveland takes a 4-0 lead. So Carmona gets staked to a lead here, and it's up to the Red Sox to see if they can do anything about it. Youkilis makes it, rolls a 2-7. That would be a 1-2 single chance for Youkilis, but they're getting a 20. So that's out number 1 as Jamie Carroll throws to first. J.D. Drew, lefty 6-12, grounder to Carroll again, and the throw over to Martinez is in time. Mike Lowell. 2-8, grounder to second. So 3 grounders to Carroll, 3 outs. We'll go to the third. Still 4-0. Victor Martinez. That's a ballpark single on a 110. 19 for righty. Well, actually, he's batting from the left, so it doesn't really make a difference. We'll roll it anyway, but that is a single. So that brings up Shopik, who walked in his first at bat. And he'll strike out. So, as Drupal Cabrera. Batting from the left, 4-6, he'll walk. That's going to move Martinez into scoring position. So Matsusaka hasn't had his stuff today, and brings up Travis Hafner, who drew a walk last inning. Can the big guy put a charge into him here? 5'8", lefty, strikes him out. He's good for homers and for strikeouts, and not a ton in between. So now Ben Francisco with a chance to drive in a run here if he can get a base hit. 2 outs. But he's going to strike out, so Matsusaka's got the strikeouts going, but that's about it, as they have hit him. They've hit him with 5 so far hits, 4 runs. We'll go to the bottom of the third. We'll bring up Jason Varitek. Had a big first game, 2 home runs. They could use him to get his act together here, and that's a walk, so he continues to reach. Brings up Alex Cora. Varitek, not very good at taking bags. And that'll be a grounder to third. He's going to try for 1. He gets it. Going to try for 2 now, and Cora beats out the throw, so 1 out. Brings up Jacoby Ellsbury. So Ellsbury, runner at first, 2-12. And that's going to end the inning. It's a liner right to Carroll. He throws over to first, and in time gets Cora taking a secondary lead, and that will get Boston out of this inning. So, no hits, nobody left. Okay, top of the fourth, top of the order. Sizemore, 2 for 2. Single home run. Batting from the left, 6'11". He'll strike out in the fourth. So, 1 away. Carroll, 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. He'll strike out. That is 8 in the last 2 2/3 innings for Matsusaka. Now Shinso Chu. Batting left, 4'11". He'll draw a walk. And Peralta comes up. 2 outs, and that is going to be a single 2-star, and because the runner is not in scoring position, it's going to stay that way. So, first and third with 2 outs on the 1-5, and it's going to bring up Victor Martinez. They're trying to get Matsusaka through to 5th here, and he needs an out for that to happen. 6'4", lefty. Grounder right to Lowell, 2E15, not holding Chu. He gets to it, E15 and 9. And he will make the play for the final out of the inning. So that gets Matsusaka out without any further hitches in that inning. Still 4-0 Indians, though. We'll go to the bottom of the inning, where it's going to be 2-3-4 coming up to bat for Boston. Dustin Pedroia grounded to third in his first at bat. That'll be a fly ball to right field, caught out there by Shinso Chu. David Ortiz with 1 away. Actually, I'm wrong. Let's back up. How did I miss that? So, what happened here was that we had Dustin Pedroia with a 3-4, which was a fly ball to right B. But it was actually Kotze at the plate. I don't know exactly how we missed that, but we did. 3-4 for him as a grounder to first, so that's going to be a U3. Now we got the 1-7 off Pedroia, and he's going to single. So, a single for him, and he will try to take a base here on the base pads. He's a 5, and he gets it. So 19 minus 1, 18, and then 2 more, 1 to 16. And he is caught stealing. It's been that kind of day for the Red Sox thus far. So takes the bat out of Poppy's hands. Not quite, but just takes the runners off base. So Poppy 2-7, and that is a double. That doesn't make the crowds too happy with Pedroia. So Euclid with 2 outs. 6-12 righty, fly ball to right. That's going to end the inning. So Carmona works around that, the single and the double, gives up no runs. We'll be back with the fifth. It is 4-0 Cleveland. So the Red Sox are getting Paul Bird warming up. He would come in as a relief option here for Matsusaka if he gets any more trouble. Righty 5-10, grounded to short. Cora 3, E22, 3 and 9. He gets to it, E22 and 11. He'll make the play to lead off the fifth. One away as Drupal Cabrera. Lefty 6-9, and that's more trouble. So he's switch hitter batting from the left, 1-10 double. That's a single. And so Travis Hafner will come to the plate with Cabrera at first. Lefty 5-6 strikes him out. So this may be the last batter for Matsusaka here. Ben Francisco. Cabrera will try to get a lead first. Let's just see. 7, so no lead. They aren't holding him on, so 6 plus 3 is 9. He'll take a chance. 1-9. And he's caught stealing, which will end the inning. Carmona pitching well so far. Boston had everything go their way in game 1, and this game so far not the case. So here is J.D. Drew. 1-5. There's a single, so that's a good start for an inning. Maybe all their good luck will come in one inning. You never know. Mike Lowell, Drew, probably not. He'll try. Let's see. He's going to try to get a lead. Needs a 3. Doesn't get it, so it's probably better that way. Not being held on, but with nobody out. 1-7 strikes him out. Jason Varitek could use one of his dingers that he had last game. That'll be a grounder to second, which is going to turn into a double play. That'll be 4-6-3 on the scorecard, and through 5, Carmona's pitching a shutout. It's 4-0. So a pitching change for Boston here. They've gone to Paul Bird, trying to eat a couple innings here, see if he can give the Sox a chance to have some time to come back in this game. Sizemore. That'll be a 1-5 single chance on the 1-5. And that'll be a grounder to second base. Wait a second. It's Francisco. 1-5 was the roll. Well, guess what? See, I forgot that there was a caught stealing to end. So 1-5 is actually a single. So Francisco is not going to be too bold right now and trying to get a lead. But here's Sizemore. Lefty 5-2, 1-10 single chance, 1 base advance if he gets it, and it is. So everything is coming back to the Indians this game. Jamie Carroll first and second, nobody out. He's going to be up there to bunt. He's a B bunter because they're playing with the corners in, and it's a 5, B5. That is a good sacrifice, and the 2 means it's going to be the pitcher. So 2 more runners in scoring position, and Chu will come up. And they only have 1 lefty. Well, actually, they have 2. They're going to go to the bullpen. So, Bird is done. We'll be right back. Hideki Okajima will come in to match up to Shinso Chu here. Second and third, Boston will be playing with the infield in here, try to cut the runoff at home. 4-9, lefty strikes him out. And so now with 2 outs, it's going to be Johnny Peralta. They're hoping Okajima can get Peralta out here too. It's a two-way. Infield back now. 6-4 righty. Grounder to short. That will be Cora 3E22. 3 and 13. He gets to it. E22 and oh no, a 17. E22 and 17. That's going to be a 2-base error. He throws it into the stands. What a horrible break. It's going to be an E6. Both runners are going to come home, and what a poor turn of events there for the Red Sox. So 2 runs in. Okajima should have been out of this inning, and pretty hard error roll there for Cora. So now Martinez with Peralta at second and 2 outs. Right-hander 5-2 fly ball to left field. That'll be caught by Ellsbury, but the damage done. 2 more runs across for the Indians, and now 6-0 here in this game. And boy, it's looking tougher and tougher for the Sox. The Indians will stick with Carmona here. Bottom of the 6th, up 6-0. He's been cruising. That'll be a 1-15 single for Cora, though. And it is, or 1-15. Did I say 1-16? 1-15, but still, that's a 3. So he is on base. So Ellsbury. I don't think you're going to try much small ball here as 4-7 lefty. That's a single. That'll go first to third. And the Red Sox are in business, finally looking like they might have a threat here against the future Roberto Hernandez. But here is Mark Kotze. I'd like to get Carmona through this inning. 1-7. Would take a 1 for a single. Otherwise, it'd be a line out to second base. And that's what it will be. Liner caught by Carroll for out number 1. Now Dustin Pedroia, 1 for 2. Potential balk or passed ball. It could be a balk. Carmona 1-3. No balk there. So first and third. Again, they're playing infield back here. So Pedroia, 6'9" righty, 1-19 single will score a run. A 20 might also have to look at the chart, but that's going to be an 8. So that will be a 1-base advance single. And in comes Cora, 6-1. It brings up Big Poppy. Red Sox fans hoping he can put a charge into one here. 1-7. He draws a walk, and that loads the bases, so things getting a little hairy here for Carmona. And in the 6th, he now has reached his point of weakness he had previously. So the Indians are going to have to get their bullpen warmed up here. And they're going to call on Rafael Perez to get ready, maybe for Drew. So with they're going to play the infield back still. They will take a double play grounder if they can get it here from Euclid. This probably is Carmona's last batter. Infield back looking for 2. 1-7. That is a ground ball to short, and that's going to turn it. It's going to be Cabrera over to Carroll, over to Martinez, and Carmona living dangerously, but gets a great break there with the ground ball heading right to Asdrubal Cabrera. 1 run across, but that will be it for the Red Sox here in the 6th. We'll go to the back third of the game. Okay, so Boston has cut into Cleveland's lead, and it will be Mike Timlin coming out here to relieve Okajima, who in theory got 3 outs in that inning, but only counted 2 because of the error on Cora. So Kelly Shopik will lead off here against Timlin, 2-4 righty. Ballpark single, and that's going to be 1-19, so only a 20 denies, and it'll be a 16, so that will bring up Asdrubal Cabrera. Gonna let him swing away here. 2-3 strikes him out. Brings up Travis Hafner. Lefty 5-7. That's a double. The catcher Shopik, he's not gonna give a go home. He's gonna hold up at third. So with one out, second and third, Hafner takes it out deep into the gap, and Ben Francisco will come up. The Sox are going to play with their infield corners. Well, no, the infield's going to be in the whole way. 6-1 lead, 1 out. They're hoping Timlin can strike out Francisco here. 2-5. That's a ground ball to short. I think that's going to hold the runner. Got to get my results chart. Second and third. Infield in, ground ball A, runners hold. So, looks the runner back, and Cora throws to first in time to get the batter. And so with 2 outs now, they can move their infield back, and here's Grady Sizemore. .48 lefty. That's a 1-19 single. That would score a run. 20 gets him out of it. It's a 4. So that will score Shopik and an RBI for Sizemore. Hafner will have to hold up at third, but now 7-1, and they get back that run they gave up in the bottom of the 6th. So Carroll. Righty 6-8 pops out to short to end the inning. Caught by Cora. But run, it's the 7th inning stretch. We shall return with the bottom of the 7th. So a solid outing for Fausto Carmona comes to an end here in the 7th. They're going to go to Rafael Perez, the lefty. Going to face J.D. Drew here to lead off the inning. Again, it is 7-1 Cleveland as they just grab back the run that Boston squeaked out in the 6th. So here is Drew. Lefty, 2-3. Fly ball to left field. That'll be caught by Francisco. 1 out. Mike Lowell. Righty 4-7 strikes him out. And 2 gone. And it is Jason Varitek. He got the best of Cliff Lee in game 1. 3-12 ballpark home run. Batting from the right, 1-8. It is going to stay in the park and be caught by Francisco at the track. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Go to the top of the 8th. 7-1 Cleveland, and Boston will go back to their bullpen. Javier Lopez gets handed the ball. Lefty against lefty here. Shinso Chu leading off the 8th. Batting from the left, 6-3. A ballpark single, and for a lefty, that's a gimme single. 1-20. So, right off the bat. So now Peralta. Righty 4-9. Grounder to short X. Cora already with an error. 3-E22, 3-17. Would be a double play ball if he doesn't error. And that is a 14. E22 and 14. It is not an error, so that's going to be a double play. And that's 2 outs now. So that'll be a 6-4-3. Cora initiates that, so that brings up Victor Martinez with nobody on and 2 away. Batting from the right side, that's a single. Brings up Shopik. 1 for 3. And 2 outs. Strikes out to end the inning on the 3-9 lefty. So we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. See if they can get a second inning out of 7-1. Cleveland on top. And Boston is going to pinch hit for Cora. It'll be Coco Crisp coming in. So Crisp will hit from the right side. 2-6, that's going to be at least a single, could be a double. That's a 5, so that will be a single, but that's a good start. With the speedy Ellsbury, but they will try to steal a bag here, see if he can get a lead. Potential balk. Perez doesn't have a balk rating, so in fact they're going to have to just hold Crisp there. He is being held on. They will go ahead and let Ellsbury hit, though, so not swing, do any kind of... That's a single. So again, that's the first to third. It didn't work out to quite the same effect that Boston had hoped for in the 6th inning, but here in the 8th, they get off to a good start, and it'll be Mark Kotze, first and third. Indians will play the infield at double play depth. And they're going to pinch hit with Jason Bay. And the Indians are going to make a move to the bullpen. They'll bring in Rafael Betancourt. So Perez goes 1 inning. And now Betancourt in with 2 on and nobody out. He'll face Jason Bay. Again, double play depth. Whoops. Well, that's a 3. It came out. We're going to keep it there. 3-7. That's a walk and a load the bases. So things are getting a little hairy here for the Indians. Their closer, Jensen Lewis, they'd like to wait for the 9th for him to come in, but bases loaded, nobody out. They're going to play with the infield back, and Pedroia up. 3-10, and they're going to walk home a run. It's now 7-2. And that's going to bring up Big Papi here. So, and I don't think there's anybody that you really trust to face Papi here that's a lefty. So here we go again. They're going to play with the infield at double play depth. They'll give up run number 3 to get him doubled off here. 2-7, and that's a double. And the Red Sox come to life as they bring in runs 3 and 4, 7-4 now. Pedroia being held at third. They could send him here, but they're going to hold him up with nobody out. 2nd and 3rd, 7-4, and Betancourt came in, and so he is actually tired right now. But they're going to stick with him. They're going to try to get him out of this inning. They are going to get Lewis up and warming, but he would need a 6-out save at this point. So they're going to try and see if... So Youkilis at the plate. He is the tying run right now. 7-4. Currently the score. And Youkilis at the plate. 1-11. That is a ground ball to short. And they're playing the infield back. That will score a run to make it 7-5. The runner at second will have to hold, though. But the run from third will score, correct? Let me just double check. 2 and 3, infield back. Second base or shortstop back, batter out. Runners advance a base. I guess you do, but so that's going to make 1 out, and that'll leave at 7-5 now. It's going to leave Ortiz at third. I mean, I can't really see him advancing on that play, but we will call it so. So here is Drew, again, tying run at the plate. Runner at third, big inning here, and a potential balk. Rafael Betancourt does not balk, so at least on this card. So J.D. Drew, they're playing with the infield back again. 2-11 hit by pitch. Indians bullpen is imploding here. Carmona gives them a nice lead, and they're going to play double play depth here for Lowell. Potential wild pitch here. Betancourt 1-5. In comes the run. This is not good. 5 runs across this inning. And they're going to go to Lewis now. They can't do anything else. They're going to have to ride him out. He's got a 4-inning, but he's got to come in here. So Betancourt can only get 1 out. Perez and Betancourt, they make a shambles of this 8th inning, and so you've got Lowell at the plate. Lowell with the tying run at second and 1 out. 3-5, grounder to second base. It's going to move the runner over to third, but that will be out number 2. And it's going to bring up Veritek. Tying run at third with 2 outs. Can he get a big hit here? Here we go. Veritek hitting from the left. 3-7, a walk. They hit around. It's going to come back to Cora now. Actually, it's going to come back to Crisp. So Crisp gets to hit a second time here in the 8th. First and third, 2 away. Can Jensen Lewis get him out here? 5-8 batting from the left. That's a strikeout, and that will end the inning. So a big inning, but not quite big enough at this point. They get 5 runs on 3 hits. 2 walks, a hit by pitch, 3 walks and a hit by pitch. And the Red Sox are going to have to do a couple of adjustments here. So we'll be right back. Okay, so Jonathan Papelbon will try to keep this a 1-run ball game and leave it up to the top of that Boston lineup to get this, to be able to seize this victory from the jaws of defeat. 7-6 currently the score. And a couple of defensive changes. They brought in Jed Lowry in the 9-hole where Crisp had pinch hit. It'll be Lowry at short there. Jason Bay will stay in the game and play in left. They'll shift Ellsbury over to center field. And it'll be Jonathan Papelbon coming in for an inning here, trying to, like I said, to keep it 1-run game. 7-6 Indians on top. And Cabrera will lead off. And a 4-11 batting from the left. That is a 1-8 single chance off Papelbon's card. But it's going to be a line out to second to open the 9th inning. Travis Hafner. He's 1 for 3. Lefty 4-3 ballpark single. For a lefty, that is a single, so Indians are going to bring in Franklin Gutierrez to pinch run for Hafner. Let's see, Papelbon, decent at holding runners, so that would make it a 1-13. If he gets a good lead, he's going to hold on. But Ben Francisco now up. Righty 4-7, 1-10 single would get that runner to second base. And it's going to be, so brings up the top of the order, Grady Sizemore, who's got a 4-for-5 game going. If he could get another one here, that would that might just make this a little bit easier for Jensen Lewis in the top of the ninth, so, or the bottom of the ninth. So Grady Sizemore up. 1-7, grounder to the pitcher. Only play is at second, 1-6. They do get the lead runner, but Sizemore beats out the throw. So with 2 away, it will be Jamie Carroll. They wouldn't mind pinch hitting for him here with a runner at third and 2 outs, but they will stick with him here. Let's see, Sizemore. He's going to try to get a lead. 5 or 6 doesn't get it, so he will have to hold on. They are holding the runner at first. So Jamie Carroll with 2 outs. Can he get a big 2-out hit here? Righty 5-5 strikes out, so it's going to go to that ever-important 9th inning. 2 runners left on base. Jensen Lewis is going to have to get 3 outs, and one of them is going to have to be after he reaches his point of weakness. So, and it's going to be against the top of this order. So Ellsbury will lead off, and I need to give this a little bit of a coat of lacquer right there. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Top of the order, Jacoby Ellsbury against Lewis. They need 3 outs to win game 2 and take it to Cleveland with a with basically home field advantage at that point. So Ellsbury leading off against Lewis. 2-3, that's a grounder to short. It's going to be caught by Cabrera, and he's going to throw to first for the out. 1 away. They're going to call in Jamie Carroll. So they're calling him back to the bench. They're going to bring in Marte. He's going to play third base. They're going to shift Cabrera to second base. And they're going to shift Peralta to shortstop. So I'm not going to write down the numbers, but we will. So let's see, Peralta. So who came out? It's going to be Carroll. Andy Marte comes in to play third base. Try to get the defensive advantage just in case there's an X chance. So it's going to be Jason Bay getting his second at bat. He walked first time up. So with 1 out, nobody on base. 5-5 righty strikes him out. 2 away. And so there is any hit after this will ensue fatigue for Lewis. So if Pedroia can get a hit or a walk, that's going to make things mighty interesting. So here you go, 2 away. 7-6 lead for the Indians. Can Pedroia extend this game any longer? The pitch. 2-9. That's a grounder to second. Up with it is going to be Asdrubal Cabrera. Remember the changes. He's going to throw to first, and that is in time. The Cleveland Indians and Jensen Lewis are able to fight back for a Game 2 victory and level this series at 1. 7-6 is your final here at Fenway Park. The winner is going to be Fausto Carmona. Pitches 6 good innings and watches his bullpen nearly squander at the loss to Daisuke Matsuzaka. And the save will go to Jensen Lewis, his first of the postseason. And we have a series here, folks. The Indians get the job done here. We'll be right back with some analysis, and we'll be right back. So what a wild ride there. If you're Indians, and we do have a couple Indians fans here that follow the channel. Apologies if you have any, heart conditions that have been aggravated by this video. This was an interesting game. A great display by the Indians early on in getting a big lead early, and just at that point basically hanging by the seat of your pants, just trying to keep a hold of it. You've got Victor Martinez 3 for 5. You've got 2 for 5 from Johnny Peralta. You got I don't think they did have a home run from Sizemore, 4 for 6 with a homer and 3 singles. 3 runs scored for him. A real good game up there at the top of the lineup. That really helps if you can get that. Hafner, 2 for 4, a couple strikeouts, but a walk, a double, and a single. And a couple singles at the bottom of the lineup for Francisco as well. So pretty much across the board, they were good for the Indians. For the Red Sox, they gained some patience there towards the end and got some runners on via the walk, and made Rafael Perez and Rafael Betancourt made their lives a little bit interesting. They did not look so good there in that 8th inning, but then Jensen Lewis came in, took care of business, and that is that. So again, as I've said before, thanks for watching the channel here. Signing off for this video. This finishes October 3rd. In terms of 2008 game play, we're going to be having Game 3 of the other 3 series in this playoff set. That's going to be the Phillies hosting the Cubs, the Dodgers heading up to Milwaukee. Both those series tied at 1, as we showed you before. And last but not least, you have the Angels going to New York for to finish up their series against the Yankees, or to try and get it back under control, but that one is not in good shape. So thank you if you subscribe. If you don't and you like the videos here, please do. If you give us a thumbs up, that helps our videos here and such. Thanks a lot. We'll get back to a live stream, if not tomorrow. That would be Sunday. Or actually, this might release Sunday, or might be midweek, something like that. We'll see. But at least for the moment, signing off. Thanks a lot for watching, and enjoy your tabletop sports. Thanks a lot, and God bless.